Y'all don't even know I've been going through it this weekend. Here's something to put into the man's book. I gotta give y'all the man rules. I might go ahead and write that book and not get to give it out for free. But here's another law that should be in the book. Don't watch TV with your woman. Ever. Because we as men, when we watch something, we like to have an opinion of thought. You know, it makes sense. Women, they're not the same. They don't think like us. When they like something, that's all they know. That's it. They just like it. Now, I don't know this guy. I don't hate his music. Never said anything was bad about the person whatsoever. I just said, what's up with this dude? Like, who is this guy with this, like, big, like, thing of crap on his head? Like, he got, like, some animal, a cat or something resting on his head. What kind of hat is that? That's his hair. See, you don't even know nothing about him. That's the Weeknd. The Weeknd. That's his name. You know, so naturally, this is the argument that happened. I'm like, the Weeknd is something, you know, I used to look forward to. Like, man, I can't wait for the Weeknd, not this guy with this thing of crap on his head. I'm just saying, you know, like, we joking around. I'm like joking with her because I've heard of the guy before. I rarely have seen him. You know, I hear his music. I don't like sit around and watch his videos and stuff like that. So I hear the song. So the song is for me. I'm like, yeah, the song's nice. Yeah, I can vibe to it. That ain't enough. Now I've been sold it the Weeknd. So now I got to spend the weekend hearing about the Weeknd. So naturally, I got a choice here. Do I turn the car around, come back home, where I don't have to listen to this no more? And as you're hearing this video, that is exactly what I did. But this goes to show you one thing. It's the idiot box. Exactly what this is about. Something I was going to tell you about earlier that you already know. See, the idiot box is the television. That's what it used to be called. Because back in the days, there was a time when there was one television in every household. And some households didn't even have a television. And not any of them barely had cable. And what it did was distracted you from accomplishing the goals that you have set. People do not calculate how many hours they watch television. Back then, or even now. But when television, which is the idiot box, was out, reading declined, people's housekeep declined. Women all knew how to cook, knew how to clean, now they didn't want to. And they started believing whatever the idiot box was telling them as reality. They started believing, well, that's right, that's a point. So they put shows on there which are called programs to program your brain. They spend at least, what was it at the time, $30-something million a year was going into testing on these idiot boxes and programming people that they had for test subjects. These were done at certain universities. The monies was split up and done testing at universities, and it was done on the military to see how this type of training could affect the masses. Once it was deemed approvable by the effects it had on the military, then they said, okay, we could reprogram people to basically do or see what we want them to see. As in the movie you saw, They Live, with marketing, with advertisement. And that was just an example of what was going on in the 80s at the time, which was a big marketing boom. And marketing was everywhere. Brand marketing, bang, bang, billboards. You were surrounded by it. And then you had the idiot box, which fed you information, keep feeding you stuff, over and over again. So back then, television used to go off because the government felt that too much television was really bad for you and you needed proper rest, and it was too much to process at one time. But we did not want the idiot box to go off. People fiend for it and hated to be told they couldn't watch TV at a certain time, that it was time for bed. They're too grown for that. So you had to pay to have the idiot box on, and that's where cable came in. But in these programs, they teach you things in the idiot box, and you end up believing it. And once you believe a concept, you defend it. Even if someone shows you facts, you're still going to defend it, because you don't want to be the fool because you bought in to the program. And that's what happens today. In today's time, y'all believe whatever they tell you on the internet, which is the new idiot box. Because now you have an idiot box with you 24/7. How many times you go someplace, you look at your phone, you go on Facebook, you go on the internet 24 hours a day. You can't even enjoy a date because you're checking your phone for updates on Facebook. You go out to a movie, you missing stuff in the movie that you didn't pay for because you checking your phone for an update. Instagram update. Something that can wait. You hear bling, and it freaks you out because you can't blow it off. You gotta check it. Because you're programmed. That's why they have certain blings and blooms. Because you're going to be programmed that when you hear that sound, I got to check it. It has cost people jobs. It has cost people money, relationships, everything. This guy couldn't stop going on MySpace. He was addicted to MySpace and tried to get medical help from the doctor and try to lace that as a illness. As when he got fired from work, he was like, I got fired because I'm addicted to MySpace, and wanted to see if the government would pay for him because he was addicted to the internet. And he was like, it's not like if I had a sex addiction and I was addicted to porn and I'm online watching porn. I'm addicted to MySpace and the internet, and the government did this to me. So when I hear you guys argue with facts and can't process it, you guys take it on as if that's you. And you want to defend because you believed. If someone else has an opinion, it's their thoughts. First thing somebody else say to defend, you're biased. Be like, you're a hater. Be like, hater of what? You just hate him because of such and such and such and such. I'll be like, I've never said that. You just did. But you don't even know why you said it. You said it because you're stuck in the idiot box. Instead of processing the information and saying, well, let me go ahead and find out. Is this person really garbage? Yes, he really is garbage. Why do I like this? Because everyone else likes it. Why is that so? Because you've been programmed to like it. Prime example. People talk about 50 Cent. Like, you like 50 Cent music? Yeah, I like 50 Cent music. I think he makes great music. He knows how to make songs that captivate people or that are long lasting. And then I've seen this happen time and time again. I like Ja Rule's music. I used to love Murder Inc. when they were out. Had no problems with them. See, that's the problem with most of you guys. It's about whoever the perception of the public is. Once they tell you they believe someone is hot, y'all buy in or you hate. And then you make excuses for the fact that you like it. And I'm like, that's weird. You'll hear something on the range of this. When 50 Cent was out at the time, everybody immediately started to disapprove of Ja Rule. Right? Wasn't it the weirdest thing ever? I said, this is pretty much the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Why do people hate Ja Rule and his music? How did his music just get bad and suck just because 50 Cent is going against it? I like 50 Cent music. I like Ja Rule's music. When did Ja suck? He didn't. The music wasn't bad. Your brain was so bad. Yeah. I had to check my idiot box. My mini idiot box. And anyway, back to the story. Now, when 50's on his run, everybody else sucked. Unless you were Jay-Z or Kanye. It was 50 Cent or nothing. G-Unit or nothing. People were wearing G-Unit clothing, G-Unit hats. 50, 50, 50, 50. Then comes Lil Wayne. And Lil Wayne comes along, and it was Wheezy. So, Lil Wayne's out making records. Been making records for a while, but now he's Wheezy. And he's the best rapper alive. Is Lil Wayne. So, now that he's the greatest alive, here we go. You got 50 Cent come out. 50, he whack. Turn that whack 50 Cent off. I want to hear Wheezy. You get the point. You've heard that before. All 07, 50 Cent got a monster album. Nobody want to hear it too much now because they want to hear some Wheezy. So 2008, 9, all that stuff going by. He's making great mixtapes. They trying to put out his new record, and all he wants to do, the people want to do, is talk about Wheezy. It's all about Lil Wayne. Then Lil Wayne has Drake and Nicki, and the rest was history. Then all of a sudden, these guys' music just, they garbage. I hear it all the time. Wow, 50 Cent is garbage. I'm like, what makes him garbage? This music has way more substance than these people that you rooting for now. The idiot box. You don't know where it went wrong. Jeezy came out. Hey. Everybody Jeezy crazy, remember? And then I said, once this guy gets out of jail, Gucci Man, Jeezy's gone. People didn't, they laugh. He's a fool. I'm like, watch. Gucci gets out. Gucci took it all away from Jeezy. Ruined his career. He was done. From the moment Gucci got out of jail, he was done. Why? Because the idiot box had the story to go with it. He got Gucci locked up. Gucci killed a man and got locked up because of him. Gucci's going to win the case, and once he gets out, he's going to get Jeezy. And if the streets is saying that, the idiot box is next. It's going to turn. And sure enough, what happened? All he had to do was put together some songs. And that was it. It was Gucci fever. Gucci, man, Gucci. Gucci ain't changed one bit. Gucci was playing the same type of songs, recording them. And this is a real gangster you got out here on the records. And what happened? Gucci wasn't enough. The idiot box had to tell you he fell off. When he's still making the same songs he was making when he was Gucci. So y'all tell me what it is. Am I just biased? Am I telling you the truth? Or y'all just caught up in the idiot box? Can't process any information. I just say the idiot box. Because most of these people come in here like this is a blog chat room. They don't even look at the video. They read the title, go right on in. Like them first people. I'll be like, what is the point of saying first? It just makes no sense to me whatsoever. I'm like, I would rather you watch the video than say first, second. Like, what does that even mean? That you first. I don't get it. Maybe it's some new stuff y'all get. But if this girl think I'm finna call her back, she can forget that. And this is why you should all do the Goldie Hawn. Uh-oh, that's the beat. That means that the idiot box is finna put on Cleveland and OKC.
Guards look for the Thunder here at home on this Sunday afternoon, and we're underway with Serge Ibaka. Steve Adams couldn't secure it. Flips it back to Westbrook. First two shots missed by the Thunder, and here come the Cavaliers. Strong suit.
And see, this is how the idiot box keep you distracted too. They put on games. And you're watching the game. You won't miss the game. You will miss your daughter's whatever, sons, whatever, because of the game. You gonna tell the coach they better end this thing quick because I gotta get home and watch the game. The coach gonna say, yeah, I know, me too. And the referee, I told him quit blowing foul because we gotta get home and watch the game. The game, the game, the game. And that's what it's all about. Now, during the game or the event that they have coming on, this is when a lot of things are being negotiated behind your back. This is when politicians set up big meetings to determine laws for certain, and people who oppose don't show up because there's a game going on or some event going on that night. Things that's in the paper or in the news that you probably have bypassed. Uh-oh. Oh, like for instance, back in the 60s, when Malcolm X was, nice movie, Boxman. Other idiot Boxman missed the shot. So, during Malcolm's pilgrimage back in, like, what was it, the 50s, like 58, 56, something like that. I don't know the exact year, so please don't bash me right now. This is me going straight off of just common knowledge. from what we were told. Remember when Malcolm X was assassinated over in New York at doing the thing in that banquet hall? And that was back in '65. But when he was over in Africa, he met a guy named Pino, or Pio, or whatever you want to call him. His last name is Pinto. And he was a journalist over in Kenya, and Kenya was going through this massive, like, worst operation that was headlined by the governments of America and Germany and all of that stuff. So the land at the time was being operated criminally. They wasn't getting jobs, and he had to create a newspaper, like a National Union newspaper over there, where they talked about, you know, different issues that was going over there in Kenya. And of course in Nairobi, where they was from, there was what was going on at that time? I know they had go ahead, idiot box man. Now at that time they had some type of meeting going on between the two, where they were bringing a lot of attention from a lot of politicians about disturbing finances and work globally. It was becoming a global issue, so that when Malcolm came back from Mecca and overseas, and he had met Pio and a lot of these other leaders from around the world, he was one of the people that got Malcolm to thinking and opening up his mind to more things that was bigger than the picture he just saw, because what Malcolm saw at the time was an issue that was locally around just the United States, when globally the picture was a little bit bigger. So he just exploited the picture to a global stance to Malcolm, and trying to show him how the direction should go as far as building and getting people to believe and follow the words that you're saying. So Malcolm came back from his trip from not just Mecca. They just tell you, it's Malcolm's trip to Mecca. Malcolm's trip to Mecca is what issued the change. It was his worldwide trip, period. His trip all around. That when he came back, he was open to a whole different world, and he started changing because he seen things with his eyes and ears. So point being, it caused a lot of waves, and a lot of us was led to believe the Nation of Islam, killed Malcolm X, because it was on TV. We saw the brothers get arrested. We saw them run up there to kill him with guns and stuff and shoot him. And then there's reasons to believe, from what others have said, that the government set that up, because the government was also there with guns, and that those guys were shooting basically blanks at Malcolm X. Now, once that came out, it was quickly silenced, because you had what was on the idiot box, and I was going to tell you the actual truth of what happened. And 4 days later, after Malcolm died, it was a very small news here, but globally it was a massive event. Pio was killed 4 days after Malcolm. I know they died in the same week. two guys who were in the same position, globally making a change, speaking and working together and everything else, gone in the same week. Both assassinated. Now, coincidences or happenstance? Which one? But people don't investigate anything. They don't look at it. They don't care. Because they'll care for 35 seconds and then go, that's pretty interesting. What's on the idiot box? And they tune away. Now, as for me, I've said my piece. Now it's time for me to go and watch the idiot box. Because I got money on the idiot box. And I got Cleveland. Then it's the Kobe returns to play the Bulls tonight. But let's get it. Okay, I see you. Oh, see, this ain't like the other day, the old days. Because if this was, there's no way they'd have let Durant come down there with that. This is the old days. I swear, these guys, half these guys wouldn't be in the league. They are way too soft. Except for this guy for the Thunder who looked like Colonel De Beers with this beard on. I guess he the center from OKC. I mean, he's a live body. He's just wild. He looked like Morrison or somebody, but he's flying around here. I'm not calling this chick back. I remember, I think it was only one commercial that really made me get up and say, man, that looked good. I'm going to buy that right now. Man, that, what's his name, Michael Westbrook? Man, I don't know, I'm sitting around judging no dude. I can't believe they gave this guy a commercial. And then gave him a close-up. Man, I don't be calling dudes ugly, but that dude looked like somebody took a brother and mixed him up in a lab or something with a frog and sent him out there on the court, gave him a jersey and said, go play. He looked like an experiment that just went wrong somewhere. My goodness. This commercial with him on it, they gave a close-up to him. It looked like he about to say,